What is up guys, I'm Pendulum here and welcome to today's video. Now today we're going to be covering some more information about Pendulum Summon, and we actually have some cards released. Some cards have been announced that are Pendulum monsters. We've also been confirmed how the Pendulum Summon actually works and how it's actually going to go down. Far more complicated and far more complex than what I originally thought. But anyway, let's get into some of this information. Okay, so first off, let's take a look at our two Pendulum monsters. So first off, Magician of Astromancy. Magician of Astromancy is a dark spellcaster Pendulum effect, level 5, 1200 attack, 2400 defense. That's his stats. Now take a look at this card. As you can see, a lot different from what we're normally used to. First off, we've got two little things either side, like a blue crystal and a red crystal. That's our pendulum, with a little one underneath it. Then we have an effect in the middle of the card there. And then we also have an effect at the bottom of the card. And if you see at the bottom of the card, it is actually green. And that is a fade from effect to green, as you'll see with Magician of Chronomancy in a second. But yeah, it's a nice fade in between effect and green. Pretty cool concept. These cards are both going to play as spell cards and monster cards, as you might be able to tell there. So its effect. Its spell card effect, when it's a spell card, if a Pendulum monster you control battles, your opponent cannot activate spell cards until the end of the damage step. If you don't have a Magician card or an Odd Eyes card in the other Pendulum zone, this card's pendulum scale becomes 4. Okay. So let's just go over that again. If a Pendulum monster you control battles, your opponent cannot activate spell cards until the end of the damage step. That's pretty much its main thing, and then it has a little extra thing for if you have something in the other side of the Pendulum zone. Then its monster effect. Once per turn, when a Pendulum monster you control is returned to your hand by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon a monster with the same name as the return monster from your hand. So I'll come back to the monster effect. Let's just concentrate on the spell effect first. Now, before I move on to our other monster, let's read a little bit about Pendulum Summon, what it is, so you guys can understand what it is, and you can understand why these cards are spell cards. Can they be activated as spell cards from your hand? Are they continuous spell cards? What? So anyway, info on Pendulum Summon. A new Pendulum zone has been created on the field. One on the left side and one on the right side of the monster and spell and trap card zones. Pendulum monsters will be placed there. They are treated as spell cards when they are placed there and have spell effects. Pendulum monsters that have a scale on the left and the right side of the text. So those little red and blue crystals, those are the scales, and the number underneath it is their scale number. When Pendulum monsters are sent from the field to the graveyard, they go to the extra deck face up. Not really sure why that is. There may be a little bit of information in this Pendulum Summon that we're missing. I'm not sure why they go to the extra deck, but they do. Number 3, when you place the Pendulum monsters on the field with the different scales, you can special summon a monster from your hand or a Pendulum monster from your extra deck with the levels in between. So, he's got a little example here. As per the picture, if you Pendulum Summon monster with the scale of 1 on the left side and the scale of right on the 8 side, or on the other side, a scale of 8 on the right side, sorry, you can special summon Pendulum monsters with levels 2 to 7 from your hand or extra deck. So let's take a look at Magician of Chronomancy. Magician of Chronomancy is a dark spellcaster, pendulum effect, level 3, attack 1200, defense 600, and its pendulum scale number is 8. Spell effect: if you control no monsters, you can activate this card. If a pendulum monster you control battles, your opponent cannot activate trap cards until the end of the damage step. If you don't have a Magician card or an Odd Eyes card in the Pendulum zone, this card's pendulum scale becomes 4. That might be a common theme with everything. So let's just say, for an example, Magician of Chronomancy and Magician of Astromancy, these two cards need to work together. If I have, let's just say they make a Dark Magician Pendulum monster and its scale is 3, but unless I have the Blue Eyes Pendulum monster, let's just say, its Pendulum scale is going to become 4. That way, when I try combining this card, Dark Magician, with Magician of Chronomancy, both their Pendulum scales are going to become 4, and I'm not going to be able to pull off the special summon that I'm looking to pull off. That's what I think this new Pendulum thing is going to try and get across, so like we can't just mix and match anything we want to. And for its monster effect, once per turn, cards in your Pendulum zone cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So the main thing that we're looking at here is the new spell thing and how they actually become spells. Because on Magician of Chronomancy it says, if you control no monsters, you can activate this card, which I believe is activated from your hand into your Pendulum zone. Then for Magician of Astromancy, it doesn't say that. It just says, spell effect, if a Pendulum monster you control battles, your opponent cannot activate spell cards until the end of the damage step. So I'm not sure how we're going to be able to get these cards into our Pendulum zone. There is definitely more information needed. We haven't got all the information that we currently need to know how to Pendulum Summon and how Pendulum Summon works. There is going to be definitely more information to come. But for now, this is a nice little taste. This is a nice little teaser. And we definitely got some of the information. We've got confirmation that we're going to have 2 new monster card zones, 2 Pendulum zones. We got confirmation of how the Pendulum scale numbers are kind of gonna work, and yeah, I'm happy with the information we got. This arc, this little play style, this new thing that is coming to the game, definitely gonna be confusing. You're definitely gonna hear those guys saying, "I'm quitting Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm quitting Yu-Gi-Oh!" Just like the guys just said they were quitting when XYZ monsters come out. You're gonna hear those guys, especially this time around, because this time it is a lot more complicated than XYZ's by the looks of things. But yeah, I think I'm gonna like it. I'm looking forward to more information from Pendulum Summon. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of Pendulum Summon? Also, if you enjoyed the video, remember to give it a like rating, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all my other videos, as well as more information on Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V and Pendulum Summoning. Again, guys, it's Rampana1, and I'm out. Peace. Thank you for watching.